Welcome back, everybody, for another update of construction going on around the Disneyland Resort, and we're starting here at this picture of some windows. You're probably wondering, David, what are those windows for? The Disney Clothiers is now uncovered by the scrim, and it looks different, doesn't it? Or does it? When I first saw this on Saturday, I'm like, well, that looks very plain looking, and then here's another shot from the side, and even more so, even more plain looking, right? Doesn't that look really, really plain? It's kind of baffling, but look, that's the Disney Clothiers from before. That's not long ago. So take out the bunting, obviously, and really the only thing that's changed, as far as I can tell, is they took out the actual sign, the Disney Clothiers sign, which is an interesting choice. I don't know what to make of that. Here's another shot from a different angle, and again, you can see this one's been. Looks like it's been photoshopped a little bit. But look at this. The walls are the same pale blue. When I first saw that, that side image, I'm like, God, goodness gracious, there is no texture, no patterning at all to that facade. Why do they make it plainer when they didn't at all? At least as far as I can tell. They just took off the sign. I'd be curious if anybody has any sort of understanding of why they might have done that. Also, the Main Street Cinema has been revealed to us. And this one definitely is different. Darker, richer in color, more red and black than it was before, for sure. The brickwork has been updated, and that stuff up there, I don't know. Now that could be a Light Magic 2 thing. That's been repainted. Here it is, a shot from before, from the side. I mean, look at that. The bricks have changed, obviously, over the years. The color of the brick, as it were, but definitely it was never as rich and deep as it was, or as it is today. Here's another example. This one, it looks like the color scheme is maybe the same, just a different, that's probably the camera, or whatever, however the camera is set that is changing. It looks a little darker, but not much. But you'll notice definitely that the roof line is white before, and now it is, I guess, maroon, burgundy, and black. Is that black up there? Now, Ian had mentioned that he felt like it looks good on its own, but it doesn't blend in really well with the rest of Main Street, which it's true. But then, I took these shots of Main Street. What does? Which of these buildings, is there's no uniformity here at all. Look at that. They're all different. So I'm not sure. Maybe he just thinks like the contrast, it's too high contrast for the otherwise whitewashed Main Street. It's interesting. It's an interesting, thought, because he's right on the one hand, and then it does feel that way when you look at it objectively and you say, well, it looks good, like he said, and it does stand out. It certainly does stand out from the rest. But then, as I mentioned, they all are different in some way. So maybe it's just there's something going on with the palette that is changing. And I don't know if it's changing for all fronts, but it is for the Main Street Cinema. Here's our one bit of new construction happening in Fantasyland. That is the old dock for the boat dock. Now, certainly there are scrims up all over the park for getting ready for Galaxy's Edge. They're trying to widen walkways. They're trying to create more space for guests to walk through. And it's a bold idea. However, I don't know how this fits into that, because nobody's walking to Galaxy's Edge from the old boat dock. And I'm curious why. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I may know. I may know why they're doing this. This is obviously completely unrelated to the other, work that they're doing. But they're certainly not upgrading this area. Let me just say that. And I'm going to get more into this in another video. I've kind of teased this twice now. But tomorrow, there's going to be some changes happening to in the future for Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. And that boat dock, I don't think, is in the future of Fantasyland or Tomorrowland. So this could be sort of an ultra alpha move toward that goal. So stay tuned to Fresh Bake Presents, which is our other channel where we do news and opinion and talk about rumors and stuff like that. And I'll be discussing that and more, hopefully this week. Now let's talk about the Matterhorn, where we picked up these guys doing work. They're painting the roof and the facade of, no, that is just the roof. Now we couldn't decide if that was a primer or if it is going to be painted green, because it was kind of a brown before, but now it's just green. And here's our first flyby of the Matterhorn. Tried to get in a little closer this time. And what we found was that they're putting in a pool right there. Putting in a pool right there. Interesting, right? Let's go the other side. See if we can get another look at that pool. And stop at our usual stop. And there's the pool on the right. Okay, I get why they dig, like for foundational reasons, but what other purpose could they have for digging a hole there? I ask these questions because I don't know anything about construction. I've managed to learn a few things over the last couple of years, but I don't know. This one here again is a mystery. I guess if you're going to pave that, do you have to dig it deep and then pave it? Because it was already paved before, actually. So and they took out the paving. So if they're just going to repave it, no, actually part of that was planner. So I don't know. You guys tell me, what are they doing there in that hole? But otherwise, there's not a lot of changes week over week. Let's take a look at last week. And yeah, there's barely any changes at all other than the hole that they dug. Even when it comes to the queue, the extending of the queue, it's still just dirt, and the rail's still there. Moving on again for just a second, because we've got another stop to make here to see how things are coming down here, which again looks about the same. They haven't dug up any more of the planter that they took out last week, but they are digging. That is some serious digging they're doing here. Look at this is last week, so they hadn't dug anything up yet, but they are definitely. I wonder if they're making a similar pool for that area. Moving on again. And look, hey, there's some fellas painting that roof again. So, again, my question, and this was Ian thought that this was probably just a what do you call it? A protective coat, a protective layer, like a primer. But I don't know. I'm uncertain myself. I feel like they could be painting it green because that is a natural color for this type of environment, I would think. But I thought that was a cool shot to see those four guys in a row doing that painting. So I stopped here to show you that because that's what I do, show you cool stuff. All right, and then we'll move on. I think that's all we're going to see here. They're still working on whatever it is they're doing there for the facade. Let's go over to Fantasyland. This is a Princess Fantasy Fair next to the Royal Theater. And they took them no time at all, huh? I can't see through it anymore. Even from a distance or up close, I can't see through the scrim. So it's hard to tell. But I could see through it with my eyes. And my eyes said that they are digging that thing deeper or whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but they dug that river or lake or whatever you want to call that. That body of water has been dug deeper. And then here's as the path continues into Frontierland. We talked yesterday in that area up ahead where Sarah is where they took out some planners. She's going to demonstrate the invisible benches that they put in right here. Very useful. Sarah's taking a breather. It's tiring being at Disneyland. She's waiting for me. Okay, Tiki Room. No changes here. It's still October 2nd, I think, for the reopening, but I wanted to shoot this mobile order pickup. Looks to be confirmed that they are using the interior queue for mobile order. Tropical Hideaway, I did get some shots. Some new holes have opened up. Some new knot holes, and I could get a reasonably decent view of what's going on inside, so I thought I'd stick the camera in there and pan around a bit. Still not a lot to look at, but yeah, we can see a little bit now. And this next shot is going to be even better, I think. Lots of 2x4s. They're going to put those up to, I don't know, if you put up 4 of those, is it 8x16 or how does that work? That was a really bad joke, and I apologize. Otherwise, yeah, there's still not a lot of visible work being done. It looks like they're still getting ready, and there's a guy. But I think hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of this spot further. And then this last shot, although it doesn't really evidence it very well, these guys are actually working on, vigorously, I might add, on that exit ramp that had been destroyed that I talked about last week. It's possible that ramp may be open again by the time they open Tiki Room. Just saying. Going to downtown Disney. Naples, where the Napolini is still gutted. They're just doing nothing. But they have opened the upper floor of the Naples, the outdoor dining, which I thought they were going to make that interior or indoor dining, air conditioned, but no, it is not, which is curious. And then here's Wetzel's is still gutted. And here's Ballast Point. The upstairs area is still under construction. Nothing. It seems like they're not in a big hurry for downtown Disney. And I'm giving you this slowdown shot. That vacant white lot right there, that is the old Carousel Hotel. It is now gone. All of it is gone. What's left is just rubble. Just a little bit of rubble, and that's about it. And we'll conclude, as always, with Mickey Friends parking structure. Let me tell you something. This thing is enormous already. I cannot believe this is a second layer, a second level to that ramp that connects Mickey and Friends to the Clio lot, as it's being called today. That's the code name, Clio. But I mean, look at how, my goodness. And they still got another floor to go. Another floor to go. Wow. Yeah, I think... I'm not sure if they're going to build another ramp. I don't think so, no. I think that should just take you to the top floor, and that's it. That ramp. And there again is the... I don't know what to call this. You guys, give me a name for this. The hub of the other parking structure. But there it is, and they've still got another floor to go there. You can see that there's some... rebar up. They're getting ready to build one more floor, one more flight to that structure. That's one of the more. They're really working hard on that hub, that parking hub area over there, where cars will be looping around, presumably. Curious if those are elevator, whatever. Does that mean they're gonna? They still gonna build up from there too? Why is that so far behind? Excuse me. Why is that so far behind? I'm wondering. And I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Oh, that's right. I just wanted to film these guys. That looks like they're kind of zipping up that that area right there. And then here's a shot. Where am I? I don't know where I am. Super high up in the sky. Oh, I went all the way to the left. That's what happened. I went all the way to the left of the parking structure. Normally I slide to the right to film this, so I'm getting it at an angle. This is the front of the parking structure. The the tram pickups are just out of frame on the left. And so I wanted to show you some sort of, relation to the current. That's the parking structure. It's Mickey and Friends that we're on, and showing you some relation, which is interesting. Now, some folks have asked, how does the new parking structure relate to Magic Way, which runs perpendicular to Disneyland Drive, I think it is? There's Magic Way. There's the parking structure. They are literally right next to each other. It'll run parallel to Magic Way. So it's going to occupy all of that space. This is footage from Magic Way as you walk back from downtown Disney. That's the hub thing that we were just looking at before. And we'll close with this long shot, as that's Magic Way that we're crossing right now, and you can see that the parking structure, that's going to reach all the way to the fence. They still got a ways to go, and there's the hub thing. And then to give you a little perspective, here's the concept art that they post, in the Mickey Friends parking structure. The street that you can see is Disneyland Drive. As has been pointed out to me, those escalators on the right are our current escalators, and that is our current, drop-off area. So Magic Way is just behind that hubbish area that we've been talking about. That's the hub thing that we just showed you from Magic Way. To give you a little perspective. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. First break. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out some of our other videos and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Bake Fresh Daily. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time. Fresh baked!